The world is staged. A dark waltz of Tanz de Vampire between programmers and mind-controlled slaves has been unfolding in sight for centuries.
For we are not ignorant of the devil's devices.
From the rituals of ancient Egyptians to the experiments of the Nazi government, techniques of programming have been perfected and passed down, inspiring the secret bloodlines and expanding it through front organizations like NASA and the CIA. These weren't just institutions of progress, but veils for deeper systems and cover-ups.
The CIA's secret mind control experiments are back in the spotlight.
Mind control has become their most effective tool, shaping generations into obedient actors for their new world order.
How does it feel to be a puppet on my screen?
From the Monarch program, which released tens of thousands of programmed slaves, to the experiments that uncovered the disturbing power of dissociation, a method of fragmenting the mind into pieces that can be controlled. But questions remain. What happens to those who escape? What becomes of those who live ordinary lives, unaware that their strings may already be pulled? And what about us, the audience, watching the stage without realizing we too may be a part of the script? One truth cannot be denied. An enslaved's mind is the greatest battlefield of all. A spiritual war is at play, and though their war has played out in the shadows, the truth is breaking through the veil, and the world is watching the stage collapse.
SpaceStoria, do you read me? We discovered something.
In today's age, over 2 million Americans have suffered from Monarch trauma-based programming. It's public record that millions of dollars were poured into mind control research in the 1970s.
Segment 3 this evening, we've learned a lot of unknown activities of the CIA in years past, some of them disturbing, to say the least.
CIA Director Admiral Stansfield Turner admitted the funds were spent studying mind control, voodoo, witchcraft, and even psychics. At the Senate hearing on August 3, 1977, it was revealed that the CIA conducted non-consensual experiments on countless people with the help of hospitals, prisons, pharmaceutical companies, medical colleges, and universities. Mind control isn't just hidden in secret programs, it surrounds us in our daily life. There are layers of control at play in our lives, invisible but powerful.
For we are not ignorant of the devil's devices.
What's your problem?
Let us cleanse ourselves from all the filthiness.
Mind control techniques have been passed down for generations, from Babylon to Egypt and later the Nazi. The Nazis studied ancient Egyptian records, seeking hidden knowledge to perfect mind control. Over time, the German and Italians under the Nazi and fascist governments began to do serious scientific research into trauma-based mind control as well. Through the centuries, the bloodline elites, the Illuminati families, took great interest into these methods. What began as ancient practices evolved into powerful systems of control, which is used both within their circles and across society. At the core of it all is an occult science programming, the key to creating a compliant, mind-controlled slave.
Now, sink into the floor.
Wait.
For we are not ignorant of the devil's devices. Let us cleanse ourselves from all the filthiness.
I see the stage, the lights turn on, the puppets, they're fake, we shouldn't watch.
Genetics play a powerful role in mind control programming. Factors such as twins, physical traits, ancestry, and intelligence have all been deeply studied within these projects. The Monarch program itself was named after the monarch butterfly, and its symbolism runs deeper than most realize. The name also connects to Aleister Crowley's 1917 book, Moonchild, in which a ritual takes place in a villa, revealed to be an occult temple called the Butterfly Net, designed to trap a child into a destiny crafted by ritual. The monarch butterfly is born with the instinct to return to the place of its origin, passing this knowledge down through its genetics. Scientists seized on this evidence that knowledge and perhaps even behavior could be genetically transmitted across generations. From this idea came a disturbing discovery that dissociation itself can be genetically inherited. Families with a history of trauma were found to be more prone to dissociation, making them prime candidates for programming. During moments of dissociation, new identities or alters could be implemented into the psyche. Some survivors in therapy have reported managing as many as 160 different alters within themselves, each created to serve a purpose in the system.
How many personalities did you have?
Oh, altogether there were about 121 or so.
A mind control slave is often programmed from birth. Many are tested as early as 18 months, examined for signs of dissociation or special abilities. At this stage, infants are subjected to a series of evaluations: memory tests, Wechsler intelligence assessments, EEG brain scans, hypnosis, creativity exercises, and personality profiling. For more artistic children, imagery from artists like M.C. Escher are used to stimulate and fracture perception. A classic like Alice in Wonderland were also used as programming tools, guiding the mind deeper into fantasy and creating alters. John W. Gittinger, a psychologist who joined the CIA's MK Ultra program in the 1950s, was connected with this system. Known as a skilled programmer, Gittinger worked with the Illuminati network in designing methods to break down and rebuild a child's personality. He swore his knowledge to secrecy, yet fragments of his involvement surfaced. Once tested, children were placed where the system needed them, some in positions of power, others hidden in ordinary roles throughout society. While some came from elite bloodline families, many more were brought in through darker paths: foster homes, orphanage, abduction, or even parents selling their own children into the network. From there, the programming intensifies. A lifetime of suffering disguised as lessons from their handlers, techniques including drugging, psychological manipulation, ritual abuse, electric shock, blackmail, and torture, each method carefully designed to fracture the psyche and mold it to the system's will. Through the training and trauma, new personalities are split off and shaped into alters. Not every member will have alters, but all members are given a position. Each alter is designed with a purpose, some to spy, some to infiltrate positions of influence such as doctors, judges, teachers, scientists, Hollywood, politicians, even ministers. Others are programmed as sex alters, known as beta slaves, also a Black Widow alter. It's used for blackmail, bribery, or control. Others, known as Delta units, are trained for military operations, functioning as highly specialized operatives within a system. No matter the position, all of them trapped into a destiny that was created for them. NASA wasn't only reaching for the stars. Survivors like Cathy O'Brien, a documented Monarch slave, has testified that the agency was deeply entangled in occult sciences and mind control experimentation.
I know that I'm extremely fortunate to have survived my CIA, MK Ultra, White House, Pentagon level, trauma base, mind control victimization. Now that I'm in control of my own mind and ultimately my free will, I'm telling everything that I witnessed and saw and heard and photographically recorded behind the scenes of this New World Order effort.
In 1981, O'Brien revealed her involvement in training films created at NASA, with titles that sound more like nightmares than scientific projects. These weren't the usual space studies, but step-by-step instructional films used to train handlers in the art of splitting the human psyche. To produce them, NASA enlisted the help of 2 Huntsville-based pornographers, further exposing the dark alliances between government agencies, the underground sex slave industry, and the New World Order.
For as intelligent as these perpetrators are, they're limited in their thinking by their own immorality. They don't have wisdom, they don't think deep, and they never considered the strength of the human spirit. They never considered what would happen when a good man like Mark Phillips gained knowledge of their secrets and used them to restore a mind rather than control one.
This connection to the occult isn't coincidental. One of NASA's early figures, Jack Parsons, co-founder of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, was a devoted follower of Aleister Crowley, the occultist and the founder of Thelma. Parsons performed rituals known as the Babylon working, attempting to open gates to other dimensions and manifest entities. His experiments in the Rocketeer ran parallel to his occult practices, fusing science and ritual magic in ways that would ripple into the space program itself. When you look at this lineage from Crowley's ritual to Parsons' blending of science and sorcery to NASA's involvement in the Monarch training films, a pattern emerges. A world that seems far from reality but has leaked its way through the cracks of our society. It has created fronts in all parts of the world and humanity is at risk. What does one do now that the truth is in plain sight and the plan has been in motion for centuries? Awareness is the first weapon. Recognizing the patterns, seeing the strings behind the scenes, it allows us to reclaim our thoughts, our choices, and ultimately, our freedom. What we've seen in these systems of control is not just psychological, it is spiritual, an attack on humanity and the future of our kind. From babies to adults that are broken down, reshaped, and forced into roles that serve a hidden hierarchy. These techniques, disguised as science, echo ancient rituals meant to fracture the soul and bend it to the system's will. But here lies the truth that they don't want you to know. Dissociation may fracture the mind, but the soul is eternal. No matter how many altars are created, no matter how much programming is imposed, the divine spark within cannot be extinguished. The war is deeper than politics, deeper than the bloodlines, and deeper than the world stage itself. It is a spiritual war, a battle for human consciousness, but each of us has the power to step off the stage and reclaim ownership of our lives. And as our systems crack and collapse under the weight of the truth, the choice becomes clearer than ever. Remain a programmed actor in their play, or awaken and rise.
For we are not ignorant of the devil's devices. Let us cleanse ourselves from all the filthiness.
I see the stage, the lights turn on.
SpaceStoria, do you read me? We discovered something.
You shouldn't watch.